Fox's Jesse Waters is upset that people who work at McDonald's now make the equivalent of $40K annually, something he considers grossly unfair. Let's see, Google, Jesse Waters' salary. He makes $5 million a year. It's estimated that he makes $5 million a year. Surely the guy who makes $5 million a year has a good understanding of what 40K looks like, right? Right? Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I assume he's started making more money ever since, what's his name? Tucker Carlson is no longer with Fox. I assume they raised his pay a little bit since then. The worst part is every time I see Jesse Waters' face, I just think about that terrible, terrible interview he did with like the Reddit mod, anti-work Reddit mod. Ugh. Okay, Jesse Waters case study. Okay, let's press play.
$20 an hour to work at a fast food restaurant. If you're making $20 an hour to work at a fast food restaurant, all right, is that six figures? Are you making
no 40 grand?
50 is just to exit and add a few zeros.
Yeah. Okay, so
40K a year,
okay,
full time.
40K a year.
Yeah.
So, and then if your husband or wife is also there, you're making $100,000 as a family.
Sure.
Both working at McDonald's.
80 grand. 80 grand.
That is okay. That's crazy. That is crazy, because that job really doesn't require much. So it's inflating the entire, labor sector
and the Happy Meal.
And the Happy Meal.
Unhappy, very unhappy.
Which I'm very unhappy about. But if you're making $20 an hour.
You guys are making a whole 80 grand. Unbelievable how greedy these poor people are. Jesse Waters couldn't do that job for like a week, by the way. Like, here's the thing, right? Okay. Almost all work is work, genuinely. And if you do cover the news.
It's real bold of Jesse Waters to badmouth the jobs of the people where he sources his hair grease from. What scum?
Yeah. Someone should come in his Big Mac. Yeah. Well, I was going to say something. Jesse Waters. Guys, think. Stop making me forget. It's really rude of you all. The Jesse Waters segment. Oh, thank you, Oberga. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Mumblecat. Oh, right. Now, do not consider this to be sympathy for Fox News, like news anchors, but working as a news anchor, or like working in news, or even working as like a public figure, or like your face is attached to your image or whatever, it has its own challenges, right? Like in general, having any level of like fame that is attached directly to your face has its own challenges, right? Just because there's going to be people that are going to dislike you no matter what. Like even the nicest people, even the sweetest people on the internet as just an example, will still have people who hate them, people who want to wish them harm or whatever. And like there is a level of work that goes into being presentable every day, being able to cover things in a way that's acceptable, not stuttering or like saying too much, just being good at public speaking, etc. However, if you think that is harder than working as a fast food worker for minimum wage, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're insane. I don't even know how you could think that. I don't know how you could think that ever in a million years. Let's watch some of the full segment, shall we?
Wonderful governors.
You're very good at math, so see if you can do this in your head. You probably can. If you're making $20 an hour to work at a fast food restaurant, All right. Is that 6 figures? Are you making?
No, you're making
no.
40 grand.
50,
40 grand.
50 is just 2x it
Two
and
X.
add a few zeros.
Okay, so
40K a year.
okay,
Full time.
40K a year.
Yeah.
So, and then if your husband or wife is also there, you're making $100,000 as a family.
Sure.
Both working at McDonald's.
80
Yes.
grand.
That is okay. That's crazy. That is crazy, because
It's insane. Yeah, it's actually crazy that he rounded up 80K to 100K. Let's do some math, guys. Everyone take out your crayons. Everyone, but this should give you a good idea of how rich people are so out of touch when it comes to money. Like, they think rounding 80K to 100K, there's like, it's only 20 grand. What's the difference? It's basically the same. It's like, what? That's 20 grand is nothing. And that's because to them, 20 grand is nothing. But let's see. Right, yes. $20 an hour. Okay. Times 52 weeks times 40-hour week work weeks, right? So 20 times 40. So 41,600. Okay. I just want to be accurate is all. Okay. Okay. And he's saying, oh, if you have like 2 people, oh my God, it's actually more than that. They're making 83 grand. Okay. One quick question. Do you think taxes are fake? Do you think taxes are fake? This is pre-tax income. This is pre-tax income. I feel like maybe I'm mistaken, but it feels like me and everyone I know loses about 30% of their money, if not more, to taxes. This is the tax bracket that gets wrecked too. Yeah, it feels like if you're below making $1 million a year, you're in like the worst tax bracket. Like above 30K a year, but below $1 million a year. It's honestly astonishing how much I lose from taxes. Yeah. Literally every single tax season that rolls around, all of the money that I saved from the previous year literally goes all straight to taxes. And I'm like, well, goodbye, money. It was so nice to work another year and collect no money from it. Poggers. But I just assume that's how everyone is living. Anyways, I work full-time as an Amazon driver. I make $39K pre-tax. That's crazy. That's insane to me. That's fucking crazy to me. Okay, so let's see. 41,600 times 2 times 0.7. So you're a family of 2 working 40 hours a week at McDonald's gets to take home probably around, I'm just going to guess that it's going to be at like the 30% after state and federal taxes. Where's my mouse? Okay, there we go. 58,000. What's wrong with my mouse? Stop. Oh my God. I have to get fucking pliers for this shit. Okay, I couldn't find pliers, but I found a box knife. One second. Box cutter. Okay. Excuse me. I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but sometimes when I plug certain devices into my computer, if I don't use the front USB ports, the device just like doesn't want to work correctly anymore. But I only have one USB port in the front, which is kind of annoying, but anyways. Okay. So after taxes, after the government takes like 30% of your income, that's a 3. You are left with a whopping $58,000. $58,000 a year for 2 people. Sorry, this is combined, by the way. This is combined. 2 people. Oh my God, I'm going to just get a new one. Okay, I'm just going to get a new picture because like that one looks so shitted up. Let's just start over. For 2 people working at McDonald's full time, they get, after taxes, a whopping total of, you know what? Let's round up 60 grand a year. And that is going to have to be enough to feed 2 people, assuming they don't have any kids, to pay for rent, to pay for utilities, bills, insurance. I hope you don't have any medical bills. Hope you don't have any health care. And I hope you don't have any student loan debt. Yay. I hope you don't have any pets. I hope you don't like to, pay for your car. I hope you don't like to pay for gas and you just walk to work. Yeah. So honestly, if you assume they have no debt, are perfectly healthy, and will never need to go to the hospital, do not need to save money for retirement, 60 grand is more than enough for 2 people to live on. Honestly, like that's fine. Like these liberals are so petty and soft nowadays. Unbelievable. They also have no hourly job is going to schedule you for more than 30 hours a week because they have to pay you benefits. In reality, it's like 75% of that. Well, I think McDonald's actually does find mostly full-time workers, but you're right that there are companies that don't do that, like Walmart, for example. Walmart notoriously will give people 38 hours a week so that they can skimp on insurance and on like 401ks, basically benefits, any benefits. So you're technically not a full-time person, and because you're not full-time and you're part-time, because we don't want to give you the hours to make you full-time, even though we need the staff members on site, we don't want to give you benefits. And that totally should not be legal, by the way. That should not be legal. Like, there should be like a some type of auditing that goes into place when it comes to how companies decide to hire part-time or full-time workers. Like, it should be the case that they have to look at your, like at the end of the year, a watchdog. Yeah. Why don't they do 39 hours? Is it too obvious? I think it's just too obvious at that point. But they should have some type of like auditing process where the company has to show how many hours it paid out to how many workers, right? Like, let's say Walmart, your local Walmart chain has 10 workers at any given time, right? 10 workers times 40 hours a week. That's 400 work hours a week times 52. So in a year, let's say your local Walmart needs 20,000 hours of labor from 20,000 hours of labor from workers. I feel like this number should just be divided by 40, which would give you, I know that this is easy, but I don't care. 1, 2, 3, 500. Wait, that's hours per week. 10 workers. The details don't matter. Basically, you have someone go in, check the amount of hours that you are requiring from laborers, and that if you do not put in your due diligence to get those workers full time, that you should get fined for it. Like, it should be the case that companies get fined for hiring more part-time workers than full-time workers. When I worked at Walmart, I got 39 hours. Yeah. Like, it should be inconveniencing for the corporation to have more, like, basically whatever the cost of paying those people's benefits, you should have to pay that for every part-time worker to the government directly. So let's say you have 50 full-time workers and 50 part-time workers. All the money that those part-time workers would have gotten, or like all the benefits they would have gotten, you still have to pay that amount or more to the government. Oh, you didn't pay out those benefits for those people? Too bad. You still have to pay it out to us. Basically to encourage corporations to hire full-time workers instead of hiring people for 35 hours a week. Or just require them to cover benefits, part-time workers. That's also very smart. Yeah, that's actually also really smart. That's a good point. It's a much simpler solution. Anyways, let's see.
That job really doesn't require much. So it's inflating the entire, labor sector.
And the Happy Meal.
And the Happy Meal.
Unhappy, very unhappy.
Which I'm very unhappy about. But I believe Gavin Newsom will be president one day. The man is smooth. He's already currying up to the Republican side. You saw him go on Hannity. He dive bombed a couple of Fox News events. He's savvy. And I think a lot of people are underestimating him. He had no facts on his side when he debated DeSantis. And he held his own. I mean, I think he lost, but he held his own. Yeah. And he has a lot of bad facts. So I think he's a real threat. He's got good hair.
Very good hair.
He's tall. Got a nice looking family. A lot of California cash. He owns a vineyard. He sends people.
Is this a love letter to Gavin Newsom? What? Get it together. You need to read your own fucking book.
Bottles of wine that he's trying to grease. Oh. I mean, he could be a problem.
But I tell you one thing.
Unless Barron.
Hell, thank you for the prime. Yeah, he could be a real problem with his tall, unforgettable face, full head of hair, kissable lips, smooth, soft skin, ginormous cock. I mean, what? What are we talking? What? What's up? What are we talking about? What? Huh? Look, even this guy is like sus. He's like, bro, what are you doing on my show? You know I don't like gay people.
Trump runs for president.
Yeah, but we got to wait 17 years for that, right? Yeah. But one thing with California that I like that's happening now, the only thing is, why are you doing it now? Kind of like Jeremy Boring, the Ben Shapiro and Candace. Why don't you do it 5 months ago? Right. Why don't you do it 4 months ago? Why are you waiting till, it's like, one time I went to El Torito, and we had this waiter, and Sergio, and Amanda's name was Jacopo. I'll never forget this. Jacopo was a 38-year-old guy, married with 3 kids. His wife didn't speak any English. He was the breadwinner. And Sergio was the one that I would go to. He would always give me that pumpkin seed dressing back in the days, the El Torito from Encino on on Ventura and Balboa. I was there 3 days a week. It was that good. It was great food. Anyways, we sit down with Jacopo, and Jacopo sits down with one of our guys, Tony, and he presents to him they need an insurance policy. Jacopo tells Tony, I know what you're doing, because he asked the question, God forbid, if something happens to you, what's going to happen to your wife and 3 kids, because she doesn't speak English and she doesn't have a job. Oh, I know what you're doing. You're trying to use the fear tactic for me to...
I'm going to say it. I don't feel very value-tained. I feel like my uncle is like rambling about some bullshit I don't care about.
38, nothing's going to happen to me, okay? We leave. Next week, we go to El Torito. Sergio is somber. I said, what's up, Sergio? Did you hear about what happened? No. Jacopo just passed away. I said, you're joking. No. I said, are you serious? He said, he just passed away. Wife, 3 kids, could have bought a $250,000 insurance policy for $100 a month. Nothing. Wife would have gotten $250,000. 0. Gone to the wife. Looked like a regular guy. Never thought anything would happen to this guy. Gone, right? Sometimes when you're in California, lived there 20-something years, I know all the freeways in Southern California. I can drive there with my eyes closed. I'm probably not going to get into an accident if there's nobody in front of me. Going 165 miles an hour, which we'll never do because you're supposed to drive 65 miles an hour, right? Responsible. So, but I love California's weather.
I wouldn't get into an accident with my eyes closed as long as there was no one in front of me. What does that sentence mean?
I love the relationships we built all those years of living there. The business owners stayed quiet for too long. Now you want to make noise? After having the net migration loss be number 1 3 years straight, I think it's 2 or 3 years straight, no one's even close to your number 1 state in the last 4 years for losing the most people. The first time California ever lost people since 1851 was under Gavin Newsom, and he did it back to back to back. Now you want to come say something.
Now, I haven't checked the numbers, to be very clear. Okay? I haven't checked the numbers, but I'm almost certain that, or I feel confident in the guess that a big part of the migration out of California is because of rent. That and one other thing. So San Fran, I believe, I think it's San Fran. Wherever is okay. Now I'm curious. Is Silicon Valley in San Fran? I'm pretty sure all of the tech jobs are in San Fran, but now I'm like unsure. Now I'm like second guessing myself. Oh, it looks like in San Jose, which from my understanding, San Jose is really close to San Fran, right? My California geography could use a little bit of work. Yeah, it's right there. It's basically right there. It's like relative San Diego to LA. The city, not San Fran, yeah, in Bay Area. Okay. If you work a tech job and COVID made your job remote, and then businesses realized they were getting higher productivity, and now they didn't have to pay rent on some stupid ass studio, and they are going to continue to have your tech jobs be remote, why the fuck would you continue to pay California prices? If you're trying to like start a family and trying to, have some savings and, buy a house, and you can now work your California tech job for California wages, but you don't have to live in California, why wouldn't you move out? Especially when rent is getting so expensive. It's like $3,000 for a shoebox. Why wouldn't you? San Jose is literally the most expensive at the moment, like that it's ever been. How do service industry workers even exist in the Bay Area? Do they all just travel 2 hours every day? That is a great question, honestly. I have gigabit fiber internet for remote working in the Midwest. Yeah. Yeah. Please show us the clip of Katie Porter busting the balls of JP Morgan Chase. Did someone link it in chat? Oh, this one? I don't think it's this one. I think this is something else.
If you're making 20...
No, this is something else. No. Anyways, dude, also, anyone here, if you're looking to move, just move. If you're looking to move, I highly recommend finding a place with fiber internet. If anyone here is in between moves or anything, you guys, you don't know what you're missing out on. You have no idea what you're missing out on, guys, okay? And if anyone here is like, I don't know how to do blah, 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 I'm not sure. How do I do that? There's a website, and it's called AT&T.com/internet/fiber/coverage-map/. And basically, you just put your address in if you're looking at apartments. This is what I do because I refuse. I experienced, actually, this is why Hassan's stream goes out so often. It's because he has fucking Spectrum in LA. And Spectrum in LA is so bad. Spectrum in New York was pretty good. Spectrum in LA is so, so bad. It's just like every other week there's problems. Either it's slow, either the upload rate or like bit rate or whatever the fuck it's called isn't what it's supposed to be, what you're paying for. But if you're looking at apartments or even houses or whatever, before you even book or
Here
before
is
you
the
even
clip with
schedule.
KDP. It exactly what you're talking about, cost of living.
Oh, thank you, Ricky.
Link.
Before you even go to an open house, before you even go and look at the apartment, highly recommend going to this website, put your address in, and it'll tell you if they have fiber at that address. And if it doesn't have fiber, you should just look for other, what is it called? You should just look for another apartment or house, because I am so happy that I did not, what's the term? Like fold. I'm so happy that I stuck true to my principles and found another place with fiber internet, because fiber internet does not go out. It does not. AT&T fiber, at least in LA, it does not settle. That's the word. It does not go out. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let's see this clip.
So where we left off was this woman had, and I apologize, you're going to need to follow orally. She had $2,425
Guys, follow orally.
a month. She rents a one-bedroom apartment. She and her daughter sleep together in the same room. In Irvine, California, that average one-bedroom apartment is going to be $1,600. She spends $100 on utilities. Take away the $1,700, and she has net $725. She's like me. She drives a 2008 minivan and has gas. $400 for car expenses and gas. Net $325. The Department of Agriculture says a low-cost food budget, that is ramen noodles. A low food budget is $400. That leaves her $77 in the red. She has a Cricket cell phone, the cheapest cell phone she can get for $40. She's in the red $117 a month. She has after-school childcare because the bank is open during normal business hours. That's $450 a month. That takes her down to negative $567 per month. My question for you, Mr. Diamond, is how should she manage this budget shortfall while she's working full-time at your bank?
I don't know that all your numbers are accurate. That number is generally a starter job.
She is a starting employee. She has a 6-year-old child. This is her first job.
And you can get those jobs out of high school, and she may have my job one day. So
She may, but Mr. Diamond, she doesn't have the ability right now to spend your $31 million.
I'm totally sympathetic.
She's short 567. What would you suggest she do?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Would you recommend that she
He
take
doesn't know. A shocker.
out a JP Morgan Chase credit card and run a deficit?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Would you recommend that she overdraft at your bank and be charged overdraft fees?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
So I know you have a lot
I'd love to call her up and have a conversation about her financial affairs and see if we can be helpful.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off, dude. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, right, dude. The last thing that banks are is helpful. That is the last thing that they are. I know, there are questionable opinions from Bill Burr, but he's got a really good segment on like bullshit charges from banks.
Yes, it is. It is just as fucking bad. So anyways, to stay on, now I'm already off fucking track. You know what my fucking bank did to me?
I would say that Bill Burr fiscally is very decent. I think he's still very America brained. But fiscally, I think he understands welfare is good. Helping people financially is good. When you're poor, you do not have any help. We should give those people help. They don't have any time. They don't have any money. They don't have anything. We need to help them. That's the least that the rest of us can fucking do. Do they not flip our burgers? Do they not bag our groceries? Then they deserve to live and build a savings account and buy a house. If you show up to work 40 hours a week and you do your work and you go home, you deserve to be able to make enough money that you eventually can buy a house for yourself. It's that simple. So I would say the problem with Bill Burr is that when it comes to social politics, he just gets so lost in the sauce. He just gets really lost in the sauce. Anyways, let's watch it.
I walked in. I had this account in New York that I kind of, it was a little checking account that had a little bit of money in. And all of a sudden I noticed they were taking some fees out. I'm like, well, that shouldn't be. So I get to New York, I walk in, I talk to the douchebag who works there, and he goes, yeah, they're taking $27 a month out. I don't know why that is. Here, let me check to see what's up. Click, 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 click on this thing. And he goes, yeah, we shouldn't have been doing that. And I go, okay, well, can you refund the money? And they go, absolutely. And I go, well, you know, I've had the account for like 6 years. Can we see how long you've been doing this? And he's like, I'm sorry, our records only go back for 4 months. Really? It only goes back for 4 months? That's amazing, because my bank records at home go back the entire time I've had the account. That's incredible. And I just have some piddly sum in there while you deal with hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions, if not trillions. I don't know what the fuck you have. I just know there's a fucking...
See, this random $25 charge that we have on your account, that we've been charging you for years, our records only go back 4 months. And yes, that is a total lie. So we can only give you back 4 months of the charges. Yeah, no, we're aware that you can literally go on your phone and pull up CSVs of your entire account for the past 10 years, but our records only go back 4 months. Yes. Yeah. We might be legally required to keep records for a decade, but our records only go back 4 months. Stop asking us questions. We have to take that $25 every month. We have to.
Bank of yours in every goddamn state now. But of course, it only goes back like 4 months. So I go, all right, well, what if I bring my records in? I look them over and I find out how long you've been doing it. And they're like, no, we can only refund it for 4 months. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? And he goes, well, the bank kind of looks at it like that was on you. What do you, and I was like, it's on me to not be like paying attention to make sure the people who are supposed to be keeping my money safe aren't fucking stealing from me. And he sort of like laughed. I'm like, dude, this isn't funny. This is ridiculous. You guys just stole from me. And if you've been doing it for 6 years, what's that? $270 and another fucking 50, like almost $300 a year for 6 years. That's like $1,500 to $1,800, somewhere in there.
And like, that's the other thing about Bill Burr. I don't know what income class he grew up in, but he didn't grow up rich enough to not be able to do fucking basic math and recognize that, yeah, maybe he makes enough money that $1,800 is really a drop in the bucket. But $1,800 is not a drop in the bucket for everybody. There are lots of people who desperately need that money. That makes a huge, if they got refunded that money, it makes a huge difference in like their current income situation. $1,800 over 6 years? Yeah. And it's about the principle. And that's for me as well. It's like, yeah, maybe I have the luxury of like not noticing a $25 charge every month. But it's a principled stance. It's like, how fucking dare you take my money? You haven't earned it. You haven't fucking earned taking my money. Are you kidding me? And whoa. You're a bank. Give me some fucking interest on the money you've been holding. Hello? At least 5%. At least. Me looking at my Adobe bill. No, I refuse to. Mm-mm. I have one subscription, and that is to Netflix. And that is only because Netflix is a great tool for learning languages because they have subtitles and dubs in every single language for all of the TV, that's all the TV shows and everything that they have. And that's the only reason, because everything else, like, hello, it's called that pirate-based subscription. But unfortunately, finding subtitles and finding dub titles, why don't they call it that? For TV shows is actually really annoying. It's actually really, really annoying. This new Fallout show on Prime seems like a show about a future world ruled by Amazon, actually made by Amazon itself. Puggers! Puggers. Dude, on the topic, wait, Y'all really use Pirate Bay? No, but Pirate Bay is really good for telling other people what you're talking about without saying torrenting. On the topic, really quickly, I'm going to take a quick, short little detour. Really, really quickly, short, quick, short detour. Okay. And that is because on the topic of the Fallout show, can you believe that they cucked so many fucking streamers like this? Wait, where did it go? Oh, here it is. That Twitch removed watch parties. Don, thank you for the 2 months. Twitch removed watch parties, which was basically the thing that lets streamers watch Amazon shows with their communities. Oh, you're sub to Amazon, we're sub to Amazon, everyone, let's watch it together. And they gave it to exclusively designated streamers. Now, of course, you guys aren't morons. No harassment to any of these individual streamers. They're taking the opportunities they can that Twitch is giving them. Obviously, no harassment, no rude comments to any of these people. Nothing but love to these people. However, to have Will Neff be one of the people that pushes watch parties so hard and is one of the biggest creators when it comes to watch parties, and then take watch parties away and say, we're letting these streamers watch it, is crazy. Like, Will Neff must have fucked some staff member's wife or something. Okay, don't clip that. Because how else? Like, how is it that Will is the one who, Will's one of the people who, Will's probably like the largest creator that co-opted watch parties and popularized watch parties, and he is consistently excluded from Twitch watch party opportunities, which makes me think he has to have like fucked a staff member's wife or gotten a staff member's wife to divorce them or something like that. Or like maybe he just like took his shirt off at like Twitch headquarters and everyone there got really mad because they were like, he's more buff than me. Or you want to know what's most likely? Most likely, I'm sure everyone in here would agree. Most likely. Twitch staff hates him for stealing Caroline away from the rest of us. How are we going to have a shot with Caroline if this piece of shit is dating her? So of course he should get excluded from everything. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Anyways, don't clip that. It's just me joking. Twitch mods pissed Caroline isn't single because Will confirmed. I totally would have had a chance with her if she wasn't dating him. Okay, I would have had a chance. Anyways, just to not to get sidetracked. Banks, yeah. Can I stop opening these accidentally? Let's put these at the end. Oh yeah, let's go back to the Katie Porter clip of like this fucking dog shit bank account.
You can find a way for her to live on less than the minimum that I've described.
Good morning, Justin.
Well, I appreciate your desire to be helpful, but what I'd like you to do is provide a way for families to make ends meet so that little kids who are 6 years old living in a one-bedroom apartment
Overdraft fees should be illegal.
With their mother aren't going hungry at night because they're $567 short from feeding themselves, clothing them. We allowed no money for clothing. We allowed no money for school lunches. We allowed no money for field trips, no money for medical, no money for prescription drugs, nothing. And she's short $567 already. Mr. Diamond, you...
Like, it should just be the case that the bank just declines your purchase instead of overdrafting you. Because the thing is, most people who are overdrafting their card, they have no idea that their card is currently actively being overdrafted. And most of those people would not charge their debit card if they knew they were going to get overdraft feed. You can opt into that. I mean, I know Chase I don't know if this is recently or because of legislation or what. Someone maybe who knows a little bit more about it can tell me. But my card recently gave me the opportunity to opt out and to decline my purchases instead of overdraft fee me. But I don't remember that always being a thing. I swear to God, my bank accounts historically, they just did it automatically. There was no option. There was no opt-out feature. There was nothing like that. Maybe it's just that it's been a thing for this entire time, but now they're actually offering it to people. But the fact that overdraft fees exist at all is a joke. It's such a joke.
You know how to spend $31 million a year in salary, and you can't figure out how to make up a $567 a month shortfall. This is a budget problem you cannot solve.
It's just like a really complicated topic. Like, it's just really, like, where are we going to find $500? Like, I don't have that money. Did you consider that? I don't know. My friends, please opt out of courtesy pay at your bank. Just tell your teller. Yeah. No. It's obviously they make it hidden and it's something that you have to choose. Money grubbing whores. Yeah. Whoa. What did the whores do wrong? Oh, hi, Mayor Cat. Hi. Did you come to say hi to stream? Oh, so good, Mayor Cat. Oh. Mayor Cat, you're growing quite succulent. You're almost ready to be heated. Huh? My mic wasn't muted. I didn't say that. Anyways, yeah, please. Also, let's not forget that banks will clear debits before credits to increase the likelihood of overdraft fees being charged. That's some next level illegal type of fuck shit. Yes, like I said, please go get overdraft fees removed on your account because it's just a joke. It just shouldn't be a thing. Companies shouldn't be allowed to do it. Because the only people getting overdrafted are the people who can't afford overdraft fees. That's it. Are you a crazy cat lady? Not that there's anything wrong with it. By crazy cat lady, do you mean that I go out on dates and then feed the dates to my cats? Because if so, no. No. Suska. What if they didn't want overdraft fees to screw them over? Then why don't the poors just hire lobbyists? Oh, I didn't think about it that way. Wait a minute. Oh. Anyways, does this old man stop rambling so that we can get back to Jesse Waters being a piece of shit? Oh, here we go.
But you got to replace this guy. You got to realize that when you increase minimum wage to $20 and a Big Mac is now worth whatever it's worth, the average family cannot do anything with it. So you may say husband and wife are making 80 grand a year, six figures in California, working at McDonald's. That's nothing in California because of how high cost of living is. So California is...
Oh my God, the boomer actually said the right thing.
Been destroyed, not like it can't be saved. Somebody new can come in and change the policies. But the part that they have to take from this case study, don't wait for somebody else to do it. Be proactive before shit hits the fan. And now, for many, it's too late. Many businesses, you already lost Musk. You already lost Rogan. You already lost Toyota. You already lost a lot of people that left you and went to the other side because if California and Texas had a baby, we know what that state is. It's Florida. Florida offers you the best of both worlds of California and Texas. And Florida's kicking.
California lost PBD?
Yeah, California lost a lot of people. They lost a lot of people. But anyways, Jesse, great having you on.
Thank you so much for having me.
God, he's so ugly. Also, do you remember the end wokeness tweet on this? California hiked the minimum wage to $20 per hour for fast food workers this week. You'll never guess what happened next. And it's a picture of the prices on March 29th from In-N-Out and April 1st. And would you look at that? The food costs a quarter more. That's right. When you want to go get the double, It's going to cost you an extra quarter. And all those workers now get $20 an hour. Oh, excuse me. The shakes are also 5 cents more. Yeah, I know. Pretty crazy, right? Pretty. The French fries somehow, some way, didn't change in price. I don't know how. This must be some wokeism. Hamburgers are 10 cents more. I know. And cheeseburgers, you'll get this. Cheeseburgers are 15 cents more. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Now, because I'm LARPing as a conservative right now, I'm also going to pretend that inflation isn't real, and In-N-Out has never been able to raise the prices before ever, and has never raised the prices in the however many years that they've been in business. Ever. They've never raised them ever. It's true. The double was always $5.65, always, and it's never been raised. Yeah, this is the highest it's been raised ever. Nope. It's like, dude, French fries are going to get more expensive. Have you seen McDonald's prices? There's no dollar menu anymore. Maybe it's just because I live in a fucking liberal city, but McDonald's hasn't had a dollar menu in like at least 5 years. At the very least, in all the areas I've lived in, the dollar menu has always been more than $1. Midwest here, no dollar menu. It's a value menu now. It's been everywhere. I remember when a double is $1. Yeah. You mean freedom fries. Oh, sorry. My bad. You're right. Midwestern here, a McDouble is like $3.20. I used to get the McChicken. And I think, to be fair, I grew up in New York, and New York is going to be more expensive just because rent is more expensive. And the McChicken used to be, I think, $2. I'm pretty sure the McChicken now is like $3 or $4. And guess what? The workers aren't getting paid more. If they're going to raise the prices anyways, I'd like the workers to get paid more. Does that make me a communist? I don't understand. How like dumb do people like Jesse Waters think we are? A McChicken and McDouble used to be like $2.80 or something when I was in high school. Yeah, I used to go to like the McDonald's in high school for like $5, and I would get like a McChicken. I think I would get 2 McChickens and like a soda. I get the McDouble and McChicken for $4 as a combo. I mean, I think the only place that you can go to fast food wise and still get a good deal is like fucking Wendy's 4 for $4 or 5 for $5. I think that's like the only place that exists now. In college, you could get like 2 Sammy's, fries, and a drink for $6. You could get everything you wanted at McDonald's for like $5. Also, like, is it maybe this one might just be my taste buds, but I swear to God, their McChickens used to be better. I got a McChicken like 4 or 5 months ago, and I used to love McChickens. Stop, Mario. And I tried it like a few months ago, and I was like, wow, this is ass. This tastes terrible. And I haven't gotten it since. The Costco hot dog and drink are still 50 cents. How is it that the Costco food and drink are still 50 cents? It's just so weird. Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird? Even the beefy 5-layer burrito at Taco Bell used to be 89 cents in the 2010s. Now they're like $4. Yeah. I've never heard a more accurate assessment of fast food. McChicken has taken an absolute 180. It has. I don't know. I don't know if you guys judge me for that, but I really used to love the McChicken, and it's just disgusting now. It's just disgusting. On the topic of corporations, there's a Vox video that I kind of wanted to watch on how streaming platforms have become dog shit. Streaming, I hate that they use the same word, by the way, for streaming as in like live streaming and streaming as in like Netflix. Mostly because whenever I used to ask people how good their internet is for streaming purposes, they would think I meant like watching YouTube videos. It's like, no, I don't need good internet to watch YouTube videos. Honestly, if you have internet that's so bad, you can't watch YouTube videos. Where do you live? Like, genuinely, like, do you live on a farm? Because that's the only acceptable answer. Why do I have ads when I already pay for a subscription? What the fuck? Are you actually getting ads? Oh, I know Twitch has been having like issues with their ad services lately. You need to say broadcasting. You know, not all of us can be as smart as you. Okay. Have you considered that? Have you? Have you? Let me see. Twitch. Did you hear about Twitch playing ads even though people are subbed? Are they doing it on purpose or accidentally? Well, all I know is that Twitch support recently put this out saying, I think this was yesterday, we investigated your reports of unexpectedly canceled subs. We found some longstanding recurring subs did not renew as expected in March and April. This was an isolated incident, not related to any Twitch updates. We're working on our payment with our payment partner to correct this issues. We apologize for this inconvenience and recognize how frustrating it is. Importantly, we will be able to restore any sub streaks that were broken. In the coming days, we'll be sharing those. Maybe it's part of this. I think she means Hulu subscriptions with ads. Wait. Oh. 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 Sorry. 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 My bad. I just said I knew about this. Sorry, Salami. I knew about this. So if you are having some issues with Twitch and Twitch subs, it might just be a temporary issue. If you lost a streak or whatever, it might just be a mild temporary issue or whatever. Okay. All right. Wait, what was I doing? I was doing something more important than this. Right. Let's watch this video on why the era of cheap streaming is over. Now, I know the real answer to this. The era of cheap streaming is over because there's an ad at the top of every hour and there's an ad break at the top of, and you have to sub to end the ad break. And cheap streaming is over. Okay, let's go. 10 out of 10. Oh, wow. Thank you. Really, I don't deserve it. I get why other streamers do this now. I do. It's because it's so fun. It's so
Good morning, Dr. Deanbo and chat. This is a special announcement. This is a robbery. Take off your pants and get out your channel points. Everyone gamba yes, and you won't be harmed do it meow DNM balls DNM prime. I was inspired by Wormy's robbery of Paris First National Bank. Wormy, you are an inspiration.
It's so rude to be interrupted by ads without being warned, though. I love Hassan for what he does. Yeah, no, there actually is going to be an ad that's playing at the top of this hour right now, though. There actually is going to be an ad. Sorry to tell you all that. Okay. Why is the video muted? Oh, well, if you're not a tier 3 sub in here, the videos don't make any noise. Sorry that you had to find out this one. I'm just kidding. Okay, I can hear it, chat.
My hamburger currently is going up to $20-some an hour.
All right, so if you didn't recognize her,
Stop screaming at me. What did I do wrong? Okay, can I please just log in to TikTok? Can I please just log into TikTok so I can stop getting the fucking CAPTCHA that makes me drag the puzzle piece to the puzzle? Use phone, email, username. Log in with email or username. The TikTok. Way too dang. I don't know why. Is there a way to turn off autoplay on TikTok? Because if there is, Okay. Press the arrow at the bottom of the TikTok.
My hamburger.
Auto scroll is off. No. Sorry. I meant like when someone sends you a TikTok link, it automatically starts playing. Is there a way to make it not do that? My hamburger. Okay. I have an extension that stops autoplay on YouTube, TikTok, etc. See, I have one for YouTube, but I don't think it works for TikTok. I think it's called Enhancer for YouTube is the one that I have, but I don't think it actually works for anything other than YouTube, which is kind of cringe. So if anyone has one on, please, you can turn the sound off so the videos will be playing, but will play without sound. Yeah, but the problem is that if I listen to the sound and I close the tab without having muted it first, the next time I click on a link, it'll be playing at full volume. It's a setting on YouTube, autoplay stopper. What do you mean it's a setting on YouTube? What does that mean? I don't use TikTok. Yeah, it's just so hard to use TikTok. Autoplay stopper, add extension. Your browser might have an autoplay setting. I know Firefox does. Yeah, the problem is that Firefox is actually good. Hey, that worked. Thank you to whoever told me. Thank you, Luke. Thank you. All right, we're in business, boys.
My hamburger currently is going up to $20-some an hour.
All right, so if you didn't recognize her, this professional victim is none other than Angela Marsden, and she owns a saloon called Pineapple Hill in Sherman Oaks, California. And this is Angela Marsden's IMDb page. That's right, conservatives. She wanted to be part of Hollywood's elite. But when her...
No way. You mean to tell me that conservatives are all failed writers or actors? I would have never guessed.
Acting career didn't take off, she started appearing in other things. Like every trashy right-wing talk show you can think of. Yeah, they're all here. But the best part about Angela whining about the $20 minimum wage for fast food workers is her restaurant is...
No, the worst thing is that her makeup is straight out of like 2010 Millennia Core. Like girly pop. Nobody does their makeup like this anymore.
Is exempt. That's right. Only employees who work at restaurant chains with 60 or more locations can get that $20 an hour. But what's even better is if you look at her business here, Pineapple Hill, and walk 350 feet just across the parking lot, you can see there's an In-N-Out Burger less than 350 feet away. And if you look up that exact In-N-Out Burger, you can see that the starting wage there is $22 an hour. And although Angela said she's going to make her burger $20, I went on to her online ordering site, ordered myself a Hill burger with a side of fries, and guess what? It's only $17.25. So yeah, Angela loves to appear on Fox News and whine about Gavin Newsom, but almost nothing she says is true, and this $20 doesn't even affect her business.
In-N-Out actually is like, in terms of fast food restaurants, is actually pretty good. In terms of like the quality of the food, and in terms of like the prices, and in terms of like the workers getting paid decent wages. FR. If you guys ever go to California, get some In-N-Out. It's not like the best food on the planet, and their fries are pretty mediocre. I think the problem is that people talk about it like it's like heaven's manna. Like they're not anything crazy, but for me personally, for a long time when I lived near-ish, an In-N-Out, I can't with In-N-Out. It's such a tourist trap. How is it a tourist trap? For me anyways, when I'm like trying to get a good cut in, they just have a good consistency when it comes to their protein style burgers. They do like a lettuce wrap on their burgers, and I love the sauce that they use on their burgers. I usually get like the lettuce wrap hamburger with the sauce and some onions. No tomatoes for me, thank you. So I always thought that that was really, really good. Is it Thousand Island? It's like Thousand Island with like some, there's like chunks in it, which I think are some softened onions, I would guess. You talk to an LA local, like the roommates have had before, and they literally make fun of me for getting in and out. What do you mean? It also sucks going to a place where the only good food is off menu and you got to say some wild shit like slather it doggy style and call it daddy style. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they got some wacky names on that shit. That's so weird. It's so weird. There's only two problems with In-N-Out. Number one is that the line is always crazy. I always have to wait. It doesn't matter what time I go. I always have to wait to go to In-N-Out. For any locals that go to In-N-Out or even people who are driving in, the drive-through line is sometimes 20 or 30 cars. I have seen the drive-through line like wrapped around, like 6 cars wrapped around the building, followed by like 10 or 15 going around the block. Just walk inside. It's faster. I'm telling you, I promise you, okay? I'm telling you, I promise you. I do this for every single place I go to. Okay? I run tests. Okay? I run tests. Usually I go with somebody else. I have them stay in the car. I will go in and order the same exact thing or what I want. They'll order what they want. Okay? And we time it. And there are some places that are faster. I have found that pharmacy drive-thrus tend to be faster. Not always, but some of them. However, and Taco Bell seems to be about the same. Taco Bell seemingly, whether you're waiting in the line in person or inside or outside, whatever it's supposed to be. In-N-Out, it's like twice as fast to just park your car and go inside. There's still a line inside, but usually the line is like 2 or 3 people. It's faster. It's actually faster. I'm telling you, I promise it's faster. Okay. I pick out the car that would have been in front of me and watch them to see who gets done first. Another big brain move. Okay. I'm telling you, don't believe me? Do it yourself. The next time you're going to be in a drive-through line and you're like, damn, this drive-through line is long. Look at the car in front of you, memorize the way that it looks. It's a white Honda Civic. And then just go in, order, and see if they get their order first or you get yours first. Okay. Stop. The drive-through in a lot of instances is terrible. Okay. They do that on purpose so it always looks busy. Are you suggesting that In-N-Out is hiring drivers to just sit around in their drive-thru? What? How is that good business? I don't understand. I live by that new McDonald's Cosmics. Oh, and I finally went to try it. Deadass. They told me the ice cream machine was broken. Excellent. Excellent. Nice. Anyways, I like it. For me, the reason why I like In-N-Out, the burgers are just consistently decent. I just can't stand a burger that requires cheese to be not dry. There are places that, like, have you guys been to The Habit before? I went for the first time in probably like 6 years, and their hamburgers are so dry, but somehow everything but the burger is so greasy. I don't even know how they managed to do it. It's like a marvel. It's incredible. And so you have to get cheese. Otherwise, it's disgusting to eat. Whereas In-N-Out, every time I've been there, literally every single time, the burgers always come out the same. They're always juicy enough. They always do the lettuce wrap well. The sauce, there's always a good amount of sauce with my food, like the dressing or whatever. Love me some In-N-Out. But it's like, if you guys are visiting, In-N-Out is not they're not like a crazy burger joint. Like they don't have amazing stuff. It's not. I would say I would call it like a healthy McDonald's. It's a simple, healthier McDonald's. That's what I would compare it to. No, I'm not sponsored by In-N-Out, sadly. But yeah, if you're cutting and you enjoy like and it's also very cheap. For a very long time it's very, very cheap, but like maybe it's just because I'm used to like really expensive fast food because of fucking pricing and stuff. But anyways, yeah. It's like 250 calories for like a protein style hamburger. That's actually decent. Just don't get the fries. The fries straight up taste like cardboard. I don't know what they're doing. And the crazy thing is the fries are fresh. I don't know what they're doing to the fries. You can see them in the background, like cutting the fries, throwing the fresh fries in the oil. How do they taste like cardboard? Objectively, the worst fries on the planet. Objectively, just really bad fries. You have to get them animal style to get them to taste decent. Anyways. Enough of this. Let's watch this thing on the streaming, Hulu streaming or whatever. Fries are the worst. Doesn't let the starch develop on the outside. Oh, fresh fries are the worst. Yeah, I don't know anything about how to make delicious fries because I don't really make a lot of fries because I try not to do a lot of frying at home.